Friends, as of May 7, 2025, the Real ID Act is no longer some abstract threat looming on the horizon like a dystopian travel brochure. It's a reality we all have to face. It's here, it's real, and it's changing the way we travel, and it's impacting millions of Americans who, until recently, thought a boarding pass and a crumpled grocery list with their name on it were sufficient travel documents. Now those days are over. Essentially, this means that your old, trusty driver's license might no longer cut it if you're trying to board a domestic flight, or, enter a federal building. You need that Real ID. Seems like a small detail, but apparently, it's a big deal for national security. Who knew? The government, that's who. The Department of Homeland Security has been threatening this change for years, like a broken record stuck on enhanced security measures. And now, it's finally happening. They argue that these stricter ID requirements will make us all safer, more secure. But honestly, after years of airport security theater, I'm not holding my breath. We'll see if it really makes a difference. Despite initial fears of airport chaos and the usual holiday travel stress, and mile-long security lines, the rollout of the Real ID has been surprisingly, dare I say it, uneventful. The anticipated pandemonium simply didn't materialize. Reports from major airports across the country suggest that most travelers came prepared, flashing their new IDs with a smug sense of satisfaction. It was almost as if they had been waiting for this moment. At Chicago O'Hare, a whopping 90% of travelers were Real ID compliant, putting those who remembered their anniversary this year to shame. The efficiency was almost too good to be true. Even Newark, a place not typically known for its smooth travel experiences, was pleasantly surprised by the lack of pandemonium. It was a rare sight to behold. So, what's the secret to this unexpected success? How did we avoid the chaos that everyone feared? It seems the relentless public awareness campaigns, coupled with the very real fear of being stranded at the airport, finally got through to the American people. The message was loud and clear. Or maybe everyone just got tired of hearing about it and decided to get the new ID to shut everyone up. Either way, the result was a surprisingly smooth travel experience for all. Now, before we all pat ourselves on the back for a job well done, let's not forget about the millions of Americans who, for various reasons, still haven't gotten their Real ID. It's not just a matter of procrastination. There are real hurdles that people face. Maybe they were too busy trying to find affordable housing in this economy or, just living their lives. The daily grind can be overwhelming, and sometimes getting a Real ID just doesn't make it to the top of the to-do list. The good news is that the TSA has deployed extra staff at airports to help guide these wayward souls through the process. This means more hands on deck to ensure that everyone can get through security smoothly, even if they don't have a Real ID yet. They're also accepting alternative forms of identification, like passports and those fancy enhanced driver's licenses that make you feel like you're starring in a Jason Bourne movie. So, there are options available for those who haven't made the switch yet. The even better news, you can still apply for a Real ID. It's not too late to get yourself sorted out. That's right, the DMV, that bastion of bureaucratic efficiency, is still accepting applications. So if you haven't gotten around to it yet, there's still time. Just be prepared to face lines longer than those at a Beyoncé concert. But hey, at least you'll have a good story to tell once you finally get that Real ID in hand. And finally, a word of caution to all you procrastinators out there: be wary of scams. As with anything remotely official or important, there are always those who prey on the uninformed and desperate individuals. Remember, the DMV will never contact you via text, email, or even carrier pigeon asking for your personal information. If you receive any suspicious messages, report them immediately to the authorities. And whatever you do, don't send them your social security number or your grandmother's secret cookie recipe. Stay vigilant, my friends, and happy travels to all of you.